Reading the title right? Yes. I finally got a job offer after like fucking 6 months. Yo, it's from a place where I interviewed for like 2 months ago, but they finally got back to me. I assume it's because they had nobody. They went through all their other potential candidates before getting to me first. But yes, the jobless era, the broke-ass bitch era is now over. I certainly hope so. Barring any complications between now and Wednesday, which is my first day. That does mean, though, that my content creation will slow down significantly. I think I will try to keep up my video output, but it does mean that streaming will not... I won't be streaming as often anymore. I mean, lately I haven't been streaming that much either, considering I've been going hard. I've been trying to go hard on, like, videos and shit like that, but that is... I'll talk about it in a little bit more detail at the end of the stream, just so that you guys know what to expect. Kinda wish the place I was going to was a little bit closer though, because right now I'm not looking forward to the commute, but it's the only place that's legitimately offering me any sort of actual fucking employment. So I don't really have a choice. But like if I happen to get like another job offer from somewhere that's a little bit closer, even if it doesn't pay as well, or pay as much, I think I would take that instead. Because I fucking hate long commutes. Fucking hate that shit. But oh well, it's what I have to deal with, I guess, for now. Crit rate, we'll try rolling that, see if that gets crit damage. Long commutes, yeah. Long hours too. Like technically, it's the usual 8-hour shift, but I guess they give us an hour-long lunch, which I guess is nice. But that means that, including commutes, like it's gonna look like I'm away from the house like half the day from now on, which, boy, that's gonna be hard adjust for someone like me who's, you know, usually home like basically 24/7 these days, or at least has been for like the past year and a half or so. But I mean, fuck, man, gacha wifeys ain't gonna pay for themselves, and content creation at the moment anyway isn't really paying the bills by themselves either. So I'm not looking forward to the adjustment, really not. Anyways, where's that crit rate body piece? Nope, trash. Hey Gerardo, welcome back. Both you and Andrew. Just happy you finally got a job. Yeah, I'm not holding my well, I'm not really holding my breath for now, because, you know, I gotta get there on my first day and make sure that everything's going through smoothly, because any number of things can happen, obviously. So I don't want to speak too hastily, but it seems like the jobless era is now over, for now. Will I be able to continue to find Mr. No. I think because my new job, it pays almost as well as my old job did, but not quite. But no, that it does mean that it doesn't mean that I'll be able to go back to MP5 and everybody in FGO. No, I don't think so. Not when I can not when I take into account all of my yearly expenses. Yeah, no, I don't think I can quite. I'm quite at that level yet. So no. I think I would be able to afford being able to, like, for example, like max refresh resin and trailblaze power every day and like Star Rail and Genshin. I think I could go back to that, but I can only do that. I can't. I'm not gonna be able to go back to what I used to do and just like wail on all my gachas again. Especially not with Wuthering Waves coming out, and I would like to spend on Wuthering Waves for all the characters there too. Assuming that the Wuthering Waves experience will be anywhere close, anything like Star Rail and Genshin so far. So no, I think FGO, I will at least I should be at a point where with FGO, if there's a certain that I really want to get into MP5, then that shouldn't be a problem. Like Archetype Earth, I think she's fairly guaranteed now, assuming I'm able to keep my job until then, of course. But I said your name right, Gerardo? Yeah, I don't think it was that hard of a name to pronounce. Oh yeah, thanks guys. Matthew, thanks for the 7-month resub. Oh, no, sorry, not 7 months, 10-month resub. My bad. Seems like the alert box is yet again failing to pick up people's subs. So pretend that was your sub alert. Give me 1 second. Sounds rough, but look on the bright side, you'll be able to afford more waifus, I suppose so, yeah. It's just gonna suck not being able to work on content as much as I am able to now, you know? Not that my content was that good to begin with, but... Even getting 1 copy of a servant is pretty good. MP5 is overkill anyways. I could look into maybe rolling for 1 copy of every character, sure, yeah. Maybe. But I want to before I get back into rolling on FGO on FGO on a regular basis again like I used to. I want to be able to sort out my finances for the next at least half a year. Lots of shit that I gotta pay off. Fucking student debt, credit card debt, shit like that. So, like IRL stuff like insurance shit and stuff like that I gotta get back into. I gotta take care of now. Now that I should be looking into getting my own car again, because I still don't have my own car. But. So yeah, no. Lots of shit that I gotta take care of first. I Gacha addiction videos, one of your favorite videos to watch. Yeah, a lot of people enjoyed watching that, I guess. But I suppose not so interesting where people would be interested in watching me as a streamer though. Nice little anecdote to listen to as a YouTube video, but as a streamer, I guess not so much. Unfortunate. What's my CRCD and Akron? Currently with the crit damage body piece, she's got what, 40? How much shit does she have? Like 44? Default she has like 42 CR? How much CR does it say that she have? Yeah, so currently she has 61.6 CR and 220 CD in battle, because now this takes into account 4-piece Pioneer effects and Izumo Gensei. So, In practice, 61 CR, or yeah, 61.5 CR and 220 CD. My content is actually one of the few you can watch nowadays. Other CCs are full of BS. I mean, I appreciate that. That means a lot. However, the brutal reality is people like watching bullshit. Or at least a lot of people seem to. Let's see, crit rate with speed. If that rolls crit damage, that would be amazing. Let's see if it does. Or your plans on taking, on whaling, taking it easy, or becoming a dolphin? I would like to get back into whaling on Genshin and FGO again. I don't think I'll E6 anybody or C6 anybody anytime soon. But I think I should at least be able to do shit like max refresh resin again, like I used to. I think that should still be okay. I think. We'll see how at the end. We'll see how much my paycheck turns out to be at the end of the day. But and I'm not gonna start whaling immediately. I think the most I'll do is maybe I'll be able to afford E2S1 Akron before a banner expires. Maybe. I think that would be okay. Or I think that should be okay. Where is it? This one, right? Yeah. Not quite. So at the moment, just the dolphin. Yeah, just the dolphin. Also, Shattuck, 7700. Thanks so much. Thanks for the 245 bits. Andrew here to donate. Hey, thanks for the bits, man. Congrats, or I should say thank you, not congrats. You're saying that to me. Thanks for the extra bits, man. Appreciate it. And also Delphi, thanks for the bits. Wow, my alert box did not catch any of those today, huh? One of these days, I really will say fuck Streamlabs and go switch to default OBS and just install my own fucking plugins and shit. And yeah, thanks KDMCA. Thanks for the MP6 120 arc carry. I mean, hey, I'm getting closer to I'm getting closer to 15 grails. I should have 15 grails by the time Archetype Earth shows up, so. Your boy is looking at looking down the barrel of a level 120 Archetype Earth right here. So there you go. Yeah, Kron stats are very similar, so it seems good. Yeah, I think this is okay. I think Akron having 60% CR is good enough. Default OBS do be better? Yeah. Seems like it. Hey Kayleems. Thanks for the kind words, man. Arc and then the summer banners, yeah. I mean, hell, if I'm lucky, I might even be able to afford MP6 Lady Avalon too. But let me not get ahead of myself here. Take care of the IRL bills first. Yep, that's what I plan to do. Ooh, speed boots with effect res and crit damage. This is actually really. This will be a really good replacement boots for my Fushuan, I think. Because I think just yesterday I broke my Sparkles' 4-piece speed set to go for off pieces to try to stack more crit damage and speed on her. This one is actually quite nice for here. Crit damage, EHR. I think this is broadly useless. Yeah, I don't really want this. I want this to have at least break effect. And does it need break effect? His break effect increases by 30% for 2 turns. The effect cannot be stacked. I guess it doesn't need break effect. It would just be nice if it did. I think I'll keep that for now, I guess. Speed, break effect. This one has lots of speed, but no break effect. Actually, the speed stats are actually kind of comparable. I do value this because this one has both break effect and speed, so I feel like getting rid of this, even though this one did get lucky and roll twice into speed. I guess I'll keep it for now. I guess I'll just level this up, listing up the old-fashioned way. Nice, 1 roll into crit damage. Have I tried out the Memento Mori gacha? No, I think I've heard of it. I might have gotten like an ad for it on my phone here and there, but I have not actually tried it myself, so I don't know what it's like. Oh, effect res is nice. Yeah, Minhua, finally got a job. Or a job offer, at least. I just need to sign the contract and send it my employer's way, basically. So the jobless arc will finally soon be over. That being said, though, I am not looking forward to the fucking commute that I have to do to my new place now. That's gonna fucking suck dick. Three effector, I suppose that's not bad. How does it compare to this one, though? Compare... Oh, yeah, technically this is better. Yeah, because the new one has... What do I even compare? Oh, it's the same fucking shit. What is this? Yeah, technically this one is better, yeah. Because it actually has a roll in crit damage, and it has a ton of effect res on it, too. So, yeah, this one's better. Alright, cool. So now 216... crit damage with 61 effect res. Very nice. Sparkle's stats are getting better and better bit by bit. You mean MP10, Lady Avalon? Unfortunately, this is not 2018 Tuhu anymore. Times are different now, unfortunately. So, Ark and Lady Merlin, your main goals for this year in terms of Grail targets, yes. In terms of Grail targets, yes. I will 120 Archetype Earth and then 100 Lady Avalon, and then afterwards I'll decide on what I want to do. And just in time for Wuo 2, yeah, exactly. I have about a month to prep for Wuthering Waves. And build up some disposable income for Wuba. My man, get a job, yes sir, Andrew. The Tuhu jobless arc is finally over. So yeah, hope it helps your well-being. I mean, in a sense that I hopefully don't have to worry about not being able to pay my bills anymore, but at the same time it is going to be a pretty hard adjustment to having a job again. Plus the commute is going to be fucking brutal too. Because it's kind of far away from my location. Especially for somebody who's basically just stayed at home 24/7 most of the time. For the past basically year or so. Yeah, it's going to be rough adjusting back to like an actual commuter schedule. So, not to mention I fucking hate driving on the freeway. So if I don't have to do it, then I won't do it. But oh well. Not sure if you asked, but you just got to SU5. Are any of these relics or early relics good on Akron? I forget when you're able to farm Inert Salsodo. Is Inert Salsodo World 6? SU6? If so, then you're not quite there yet. For now, SSS, Space Sealing Station, it should be okay. Because it gives Acheron double attack buffs, 24% at max when she has more than 120 speed, or 120 speed or over. And that's not bad. So SSS I think would be your best option. If you can give her Inert Salsodo, then that'd be even better. Because extra ult damage, I believe, and plus free crit rate. But if Inert Salsoda is only available with Etsu 6, as I think it is, then just stick to SSS for now, because you can farm Space Sealing Station pieces just from SU 3, I believe. So yeah, just give whatever good SSS pieces to your Acheron first. Attack percent planar and attack percent rope. If you can, if you've got those available. Why Natasha and Sampo? Oh, there's not really. I didn't really. Ooh, this one might be okay. No crit rate though. I wasn't really thinking much about. Ooh, speed and break effect. This is actually perfect. I wasn't really thinking about team here. I just kind of threw together a random team just to farm. This is not a serious team. I'm just farming relics. This isn't like me trying to do MOC or anything. What job is that? Just another... Well, it's technically a 9 to 5 job, but it's more like a fucking 8:30 to 5:30 job. Because 1 hour for lunch, which I suppose is nice. But yeah, no, Balthazar, this isn't a serious team. I just kind of threw random characters together, because why not? How long is the commute? It's like 40 minutes just going there with good traffic conditions, so I'd imagine it's going to take me an hour to get there with traffic. So that's not fun. Probably not. Or it'll probably end up being an hour. I'm expecting kind of the worst there. Attack percent, speed crit, whatever. Who's better for sustain for Acheron? Gallagher for the debuffs or Fushwen for the crit stats? Probably Fushwen for the crit stats. Probably. Because, like, Gallagher only puts his debuff with his ultimate, right? And it's not like he's spamming his ultimate. He can, I think, is the cool part though. Is that if you give him enough break effect outside of his rope, you can actually just give him an energy regen rope that has break effect on it. So there is a way for him to actually run ER rope, actually, if your break effect substats are actually good enough on him already. So maybe he can actually spam his ultimate. I wouldn't be surprised, because I know he should be able to be built that way. You'd have to get pretty lucky with break effect stats, though. But just gut instinct, I would just say Fushuen first. Ew, fucking EHR. Ooh, nice. Alright. Here's a double crit. It's totally doable while playing on your phone. I mean, I assume you don't have to actually drive there though yourself, though, right? Because, like, why would you be playing on your phone while driving, especially in the middle of LA traffic? So I don't even have that luxury. Most I can do is just jam out to some weeb shit on my way going there and back. I'll just get rid of this. Fuck it. I'll go fuck. Let's see. One roll into attack percent, 2 into break, or not break effect, crit rate, and the other one to break effect. I mean, this is already better than her current glove piece, anyways. So at least I'm pretty sure it is. Hey, 3 rolls into crit rate. Hell yeah. And these are all broadly very good stats for her too. Alright, I'm actually quite pleased by this. I didn't expect to get a replacement hand piece this fast for her. Let's see, we'll be exchanging some crit damage for a lot more crit rate. I think that's that should be a good trade. Yeah, plus we're getting some extra attack percent for her. Yeah, this is really nice. What are her stats now? Yeah, 54 to 214, so she sacrifices a little bit of crit damage, but for a lot more crit rate instead. Yeah, that's really good, actually. You should just get rid of Natasha's for a buffer to make boss battling faster. Bro, this is just relic farming. This is not that important, man. My characters are strong enough where I can afford just running a healer. Like, lil bro, this ain't that serious, man. It's just farming. Gallagher's awful on auto. Yeah, I've noticed that Gallagher does not ult even when he has it on auto. The game probably prioritizes his auto AI to use it only when he's like low HP, because like he can heal himself when he uses his ultimate. I think that's what it's trying to do. So hopefully miHoYo updates his AI so that he doesn't do that, and instead he just uses his ultimate right away as soon as he gets it. Yeah, because it is kind of strange with how it works currently. Also, VC, thanks so much for the 5-month resub, man. Welcome back. Yeah, sub alerts are fucking dead. Yeah, maybe once I'm settled into my new job, maybe I'll dismantle. I'll fucking get rid of my Streamlabs and just set up regular OBS. Have I tried Action Taimanen? You mean that one Edo gacha game? I think I've heard of it. But no, I haven't actually tried it yet. Or I've never tried it myself. You got Akron at early pity. Hey, congrats. What does Robin do? Something hilariously busted, I would assume. You can also slap the burn light cone onto Fushuan too. Yeah, the trend of is it called trend of universal markets? Yeah, something like that, right? So yeah, that too. Congrats on. Hey, thanks, Sedexer. Welcome back, man, as well. It's basically the censored version of the actual H game. Yeah, I'm familiar with the Taimanen like series. Yeah. It's a classic. I know that. I'm aware that they also have like a gacha game for it too. It's the censored version. It's on the Play Store. I see. Isn't trend on the lower side of HP stat-wise for Fushuan? I mean, that's not terribly important because you can just give Fushuan HP body, right? HP body and HP planar, so it's not that big of a deal. Because what you're getting out of giving Fushuan trend of universal markets is that you now give Fushuan a way to apply a debuff onto enemies that will contribute to Acheron's ultimate buildup. So, I mean, yeah, sure, it probably isn't that great HP-wise for Fushuan, but I mean that's a small price to pay for the utility that it gives her, right? That it gives her, and then in turn your Acheron. So it shouldn't matter that much. Oh, finally, I think I heard my sub alert go off on its own. Finally, Slow Zashi, what's going on, man? Thanks so much for the 47-month resub. Bro finally got his job. Yep. Finally got a proper job offer. Hopefully it works out. It blows your mind that Taimanin and all franchises gets a safe gacha game, like a censored gacha game. I mean, it makes sense. If you think about it, like, yeah, if you think about it, there's a reason why people don't play full-on, like, eroge or, like, full-on porn gacha games, right? Because, like, you can get away with playing games like Azure Lane or Nikke, like, out in public. Because, while, yeah, they are pretty coomer, they're not straight-up porn. But, like, traditional, like, eroge IPs like Taimanin, that's a different story, right? Because, like, you have to realize that there's sort of, like, boundary that you don't really cross with gacha games. At least if you want to be a very well-known, very popular gacha game, right? Like, once you cross into the threshold of, like, you are now officially an eroge gacha game, that's when people don't... like, typically people stop playing them, or you'll see a lot less people actually play them. Like, you'll only really find, like, the super coomers play them at all, pretty much. At least that's how I feel. That's how I feel it is out here in the West. Over in Japan, maybe it's a little bit different. Maybe it's a bit of a different story over there. But out here in the West, for sure, you'll notice that people tend to stay away from just straight up, like, hentai games, or at least straight up hentai gacha games. Kind of like a bit of a paradox when it comes to you know, gacha games. Or it's like you want to, like, be able to straddle the line between, like, coomer and then just straight up hentai. So to me, it makes perfect sense why even a very legacy, even like a very storied hentai IP like Taimanin, which has a lot of legacy and a lot of history behind it, eventually adopted its own, like, censored version of its own gacha, or made its censored version of its own gacha. Like, not very surprising to me overall. Got a day job again? Yes, sir. Unfortunately, it does mean that I'm gonna have to slow down my content creation even more. But, I mean, gotta pay the bills somehow. Have I spoiled myself with Robin's kit? Not yet, but I've heard on Twitter that it's omega busted. Let's see, crit damage, break effect. I wonder if that'll be useful. Maybe we'll check it out on stream as, like, one of the last things you do, I guess. Wonder if the next 4-star character to be released will be Preservation. For sure, Preservation character, the Preservation class is the most underrepresented in Star Rail, yeah. Because even with Adventuring, we only have a grand total of 4 Preservation characters. Whereas every other class has at least, like, 5 or 6 or something, right? At this point. How good is Nikke? You saw some hot waifus and you're interested? It's a good game. Yeah, it's a good game. Very high production value, very high quality. However, it is an idle game, as in IDLE, not idol, as in, like, Idolmaster, not that. Idle, as in IDLE. So I guess think of other games like AFK Arena and AFK Journey that came out more recently, that everyone's doing sponsors for. But yeah, it's an idle game. You don't really farm in that game. You just play it until you can't progress anymore and you just stop for the day and you just keep doing your daily grind and that's it. But I do recommend you check it out in case you're interested. It is a good game for what it's worth. Only 2 games this time? Yeah. Feeling a bit of a shorter stream today. Let's see. Crit damage, but no crit rates, so fuck that shit. These ads, You're gonna start tweaking. Hey man, those are pre-roll ads. I don't actually run any ads manually on my stream, so you must be getting pre-rolls. So go blame Twitch on that one. You got the job? Yes. Finally have a job. I already read that comment about Robin. Robin's okay so far. Her main issue is current energy cost. I mean, with how busted people say her ultimate is, I would hope that there's some balance to it. Yeah. 160. Oh yeah, if she has 160 ult cost, that would be the highest ult energy cost in the game. But I mean, if it's also really, really broken, then I mean, hey, then that's a trade-off, right? HP. Oh, this one has HP and speed and break effect. This is actually really good. All right. Maybe I can roll that for my Ruin Mei. Hey, Noel, welcome back, or welcome to the stream. Great job on the top 4 Genshin units. Good take, recommended to your wife who started Genshin. Hey, thanks for recommending her that video. Greatly appreciated. And yeah, thanks for watching that video too, man. Figured I would make a video like that because whenever I play Genshin, like every other time I stream Genshin, I get that question of, oh, who should I roll for right now? Blah, blah, blah. Or like, who's the best characters to roll for? And I'm like, good question. Here they are. Oh, there's 5 preservation characters in the game now? Oh yeah, that's right. With adventuring, there would be 5, yes. I was confusing my numbers. What kind of job? Just basically the same kind of job, or a very similar job as I had before. Just with an even worse commute. So, whoop-de-doo, I guess. What's Argenti's ult cost is over 100, right? Yeah, he has like a 180 cost ult cost, but you can use it early because his ult is more like a 2-stage ult, where if you want to hold on to it, you can, and have him charge it all the way for even more ult damage. But you're not with Argenti. You're not locked to him having to charge it up all the way to 180. So for him, it's not that bad. Because at least with him you have the option of using his ult early at half power, or assuming it's even half power. But you can use it early at like 90 energy or something. So with him, energy gain isn't as much of an issue, or at least on paper it isn't. I don't actually have Argenti, so I wouldn't know. Speed boots, and then whatever the fuck this is. Effect res, break effect. This is probably not bad. Would like some speed on it. So far, Boot Hill is the most promising character, because a single target damage is unmatched if the enemy is broken. He's also... Is he imaginary? Or was he physical? What was Boot Hill again? Honey. Neo in 2.2. Boot Hill. He is... Okay, yeah, he is physical. When he's broken. I was about to say, if he was imaginary, then, and he deals more damage to enemies when they're broken, then 4-piece imaginary would actually make a lot of sense on him. Because you get 4-piece imaginary set is strongest when you're attacking enemies who are broken. So it would have had perfect synergy with him, but what is it? He's physical, so not sure if that would be his go-to set. Not going healing boost, no one cares. Commutes are always annoying. Yeah, man. Like, I think I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but if on the off chance that I do manage to pick up another job, or I get another job offer that's a little bit closer to home, and isn't such a long fucking commute, I will gladly take that in a heartbeat. But as of right now, with no other job offers pending, this is the only option I have, so I just have to go with it. Robin's ult cost is 140 from the most recent beta. Okay, so they must have buffed it then, yeah. Because, yeah, 140 is currently the most expensive ult in the game. So, it's in line with those. Gotta take what you can get, yeah, seriously. With this job, will you stream less often? Unfortunately, yes. There's no way around it. Yeah. Because now that I'm with this job, assuming this is the typical, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and it's looking like it is. Yeah, that just means I just have way less time to commit to content creation. Fucking outgoing healing boost double crit. Get the fuck out of here. What I will do is I will try to still make YouTube videos on a regular basis, or at least I'll try. But streaming, I'm not sure. It's either that, or I'm thinking that maybe I can still do. If it's either, I have to pick one or the other. Basically, I either work on making my own YouTube videos, but sacrifice streaming time to do that, or I stream every night and make less YouTube content, or less like my own edited YouTube content, and just go do like majority react shit. Which, I mean, that's kind of the meta right now anyways, so might as well. But then again, I like being able to make my own videos, that's the thing. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait for my job to... I'm gonna work at my job first and then see how things shake out. And then, like, rearrange my schedule wherever I see fit. Or however I see fit. You're surprised not a lot of people talk about the early access grind node in Starro. You think people would buzz about that stuff? What do you mean? Like the fact that you can farm materials early? I mean, what is there to talk about? It's something for you. It's just there for you to take advantage of to prep for future characters. No, it's pretty simple. You got a job? Yeah, I did, Vin Spirit. And yeah, thanks. There's an angel on your wall. I'm aware. Her name is Toa. About to be on his Tectone era. Hey man, if that will help me pop off on YouTube finally. I mean, I had a chance with my my Gacha addiction video, but other than that, my channel hasn't really gone anywhere besides that. So shit, man. If I could become the next Tectone, then fuck it, man. I'm down. I mean, I sort of got my taste with that when I made that video roasting Plushie Mistress, didn't I? So I've already got one foot in the door, clearly. Let me roll that crit rate body piece, see if it rolls crit damage or not. Which one was it? This one? Yeah. Oh, it actually did roll crit damage. Oh, shit. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Effect res, it's not bad. At least it's not either the flat stats, at the very least. Yeah. Oh, there goes the flat stats. Is his name really Boot Hill, or is it just a nickname? I would imagine most of these characters' names are like nicknames or some shit, but it could be his actual name. Ew, fucking another flat stat. Could be, you never know. I mean, somebody named Boot Hill wouldn't be the weirdest name we've come across in Star Rail, I would imagine. Yep, triple roll into flat attack. Fuck you. Full Auto Alchemist, thanks so much for the 10-month resub, man. Welcome back. Good to have you back, my good sir. His main weakness, though, is that his performance will drop a lot if you don't run Ruin Mei. Okay, I see. So he really wants damage buffs, it sounds like. Damage buffs, or actually no, you did say that he does the most amount of damage to broken enemies who are already broken. So, and considering Ruin Mei will help your team break enemies faster, yeah, that makes sense. My relatable streamer, true. One step closer to becoming becoming the true relatable streamer that you all know and love. Pretty soon you're gonna catch me going, yeah, no, I'm not a whale, I'm actually free to play plus. Can't believe I become a jobber. Yep. I become another way. I'm going back to my wage cuck arc. It's so sad. Alexa, please play Despacito. Is that even a meme people say anymore these days? Excuse me. Let's see. See if this rolls crit rate. Nope, it did not. It can now go fuck itself. Hey, Jalter, thanks for the 100 bits. Looks like my stream is not picking up the bit donations. Congrats on not being jobless anymore. By the way, is it possible to review one of your Star Road characters? Yeah, sure, Jalter. Hit me up with your UID. I'll take a look at it. Also, Ballsack Jax, great name. Thanks for the assist, or thanks for the thanks for wasting your points. 07. Your sacrifice shall not be forgotten. Congrats on your job and good luck. Hey, thanks. Thank you. Hopefully it works out. Blue Hill is going to be really good with Harmony MC. Technically, we should know what Harmony MC does now, right? Because they should be new with 2.2. You decided to turn on your whale switch and go E6 a character. I wonder who you E6'd. That's your UID. So take a look at your Acheron. Make sure she's going down the right path. Sure. Take a look at this. Is Nikke free-to-play friendly? Don't plan on spending money, especially not on the gacha with ZZZ and Woo coming up. Yes, I would argue Nikke is free-to-play friendly. You will be getting... Nikke has this annoying tendency to like try to shove like deals and like packs in your face that you have to pay for if you want them. But if you ignore them, if you ignore the pop-ups, yeah, because it's not like the game forces you to buy any of them. It just kind of nudges them in your face in kind of an annoying way, but you get used to it after a while. You just click off them and just ignore them. But yeah, ignoring the annoying pop-ups every now and then. Yeah, no, Nikke is actually free-to-play friendly. Yeah. Yeah, because it's an idle game. Like, you don't really need to take it seriously if you don't want to. You just kind of play the game at your own pace, pretty much. Like, the endgame stuff for Nikke are, like, solo raids and, solo raids and union raids, but they're technically optional. You want to do them anyway because they do give you good stuff, but it's not like you're gated from content, from any sort of content, other than, like, maybe the ranking maps, I guess. But again, they're purely optional. You don't have to do them if you don't want to. And yeah, those are like the main endgame forms. Yeah, for the most part. Again, Nikke is an idle game, so like again, you can't farm, right? You can't really farm to progress any faster. The only way to progress faster is to like buy materials with real money, and obviously you're not doing that as a free-to-play. So like, what does it matter? Like, don't even worry about it. Not only that, but Nikke also has basically a free-to-play gacha just like FGO does. But unlike FGO, the free-to-play gacha in Nikke actually can give you SSRs. Most of the same ones you can get from premium. It's just that instead of the 4% pull rate that the premium gachas have, it's only 2%. But I mean, still, it's still 2%. It's still better than most other gachas out there. So yes, I would say Nikke is actually quite free-to-play friendly. Yeah, you just play at your own pace. Daxter, thanks for the raid, man. Hope you had a good stream today. Appreciate the raid. Yeah, the $1 pop-up deals. Yeah, those are kind of annoying. But you get used to them after a while. That and their wishlist gacha banner. Yeah, their wishlist mechanic is also quite nice. Late story content can be brutal to get through though. Yeah, but at the same time, if you're just starting out, like you're gonna get story gated at like, I don't know, like fucking chapter like 5 or something. Like there will come a point where you simply cannot progress any further, and you have to like kind of sit on your current progress for a while and wait for your resources to build up and then level up your characters and go at it again. But like, yeah, I would say, honestly, I would say that chapter 20 is probably your first, like, real, your first real content gate, or your first real progress gate, to be honest. Like, think of Nikke's chapter 20 as, like, the sort of rough equivalent of, like, FGO's Camelot, from back in the day. Like a chapter or, like, a particular point in the story where, like, the game tests you, okay, do you know what you're actually doing? But unlike FGO, which, you know, Camelot, it's six story chapter, Nikke, it's chapter 20, so you have a lot of time. So, in my opinion anyway, like, you've got quite a bit of time. Like, it should take you a good couple months to get to chapter 20 as a free-to-play, to be fair. So you've got plenty of time as a free-to-play player. Plenty of time to think about how you want to prepare for chapter 20 or other future story gates, I would say. Hey Daxus, how's it going, man? Again, hope you enjoyed your stream today. And yeah, Alea, thanks for the kind words, man. Hey, good morning, Nuclear. Any other free-to-play game you recommend to who? Free-to-play, Ether Gazer would be one. And Blue Archive would be the other one, and then Arknights, I would say. Those three. Technically Azure Lane too. Azure Lane is extremely free-to-play friendly. Technically. So yeah, those games should be quite free-to-play friendly. At least from my experience. Counterside as well. I never played Counterside, but I'll take your word for it. The 5 SSR limit break also gates progress a lot as free-to-play to reach level 200. Yeah, but that's the reason why the free-to-play gacha exists in Nikke. So that way, free-to-plays have a better chance of, or they have another source of potentially getting more SSRs if they get lucky. But yeah, even with that, it takes a little while. Hey, it's Tacos. Thanks for the kind words, man. Yeah, Pomfinator. Yeah, it was that game. Counterside was that game. Yeah. Yeah, they did Hollow Ian so fucking dirty with that collab. But it is what it is, I guess. Will I try Mahjong Soul? when Blue Archive collab comes to it, or nah, I don't. I'm not very interested in mahjong. I'll be content with watching like Pippa and the other phase girls, the other mentally retarded phase girls who are obsessed with mahjong, play together and maul at each other all night. But yeah, I think it's really cool that Mahjong Soul is having a Blue Archive collab though. That's pretty fucking sick. Because I know Mahjong Soul is very popular. I mean, I guess it sort of makes sense. They have the same publisher, yeah, don't they? Because Mahjong Soul is also published by Yostar, and then Blue Archive is published by Yostar in Japan. So it makes perfect sense. I'm sure that collab was a lot easier to make happen because they have the same publisher. So yeah, fuck it. But I'm glad that they're doing it. I just won't be playing it though myself because I don't really have much of an interest in playing mahjong. Again, I'll just watch other cute anime VTuber girls maul the fuck over losing in mahjong. I think that's far more entertaining for me, even though I have no idea what the hell is happening. Yeah, Pomfinator. Yeah, Azure Lane will never do another Hololive collab ever again. At least not anytime soon. That's for sure. What's my thoughts on Star Rail's difficulty? Been seeing a lot of people complain that the game is too difficult. What I will say is this: Star Rail's endgame content for sure, 100%, is heavily contingent on whether you have the latest characters or not. Like that much is obvious. You don't have to have them, but like if you don't have them, like you better fucking have like all of the necessary characters to clear them without like the newest characters. Yeah, I think that much is obvious. No, I don't think anybody will debate that, I don't think. Right? So it's like, well, shit. So I understand why people say it's difficult. Here's the thing though. Gacha game difficulty is very artificial because because obviously you know gacha games paywall their fucking content, right? If you want the latest shit, you either pay for them or get lucky, which means that not everyone's gonna have the latest shit. Not everyone's gonna have the access to all the same stuff, all the same characters, all the same gear, right? Simply because you know the gacha exists. So like because of that, it's never really fair to really call gacha games like difficult or not. Generally speaking. I mean, obviously gacha games can be hard, right? I mean, Arknights is a huge like if you want to make your gacha game like legitimately difficult, right? And in a quote fair way, as fair as possible anyway, like you have to make it extremely knowledge based. So, for example, games like FGO and Arknights, right? With those kinds of games, like, oh my god, if you want to play at the highest level, you better know everything there is to know about those fucking games. Well, maybe to a lesser degree Arknights, but like, people who know how to play Arknights well are like a different breed, in my opinion. Like, people like Kyostin and everybody who posts like, you know, like, speed clears or like risk fucking 20 something like 24 plus runs on YouTube, like y'all are fucking built different. I'm just gonna say that. Star Rail comparatively I wouldn't say is a difficult game because mechanically speaking it's very simple. Like there's not really that much depth to it other than like maybe like speed tuning characters. Because Star Rail is so based off of speed, right? Because speed is such an integral mechanic to this game. Like yeah, speed mechanics can get pretty deep, right? Oh, the higher your speed stat is, this is how many cycles they can have in this many turns, blah blah blah. But at the same time, that's not really a mechanic that you need to keep track of in game. Like all you need to do is just like look up a chart that says, oh, at this speed rating they'll have this many turns, or they'll have this many actions within this many cycles, blah blah blah. You know, yada yada yada, what have you. So, but like when you're actually playing Star Rail, like all you need to do is keep track of, okay, what can my characters do, right? What do my ults do? What do my skills do? And that's it. There's not really, like, every character has a pretty straightforward game plan. So as long as you're aware of what they're capable of, you just kind of execute and, you know, your stats should carry the rest, basically. Like, in that sense, Star Rail is not that difficult. But when you're trying to do it without all the newest characters, it supposes a different story. But even then, I guess I wouldn't really call Star Rail difficult. Nowhere near the same extent as, say, Arknights or, God forbid, FGO. However, I do understand where people are coming from when they say that Star Rail is hard, because not having the latest characters makes it feel that way. Because the game absolutely is geared for, or its end game is geared for, is contingent on, like I said earlier, hey, do you have the latest characters or not? Do you have Argenti for fucking pure fiction? Right? Or, hey, do you have Acheron? Do you have Acheron with their Gacha Lycone? If so, okay, everything's... you basically beat the game. Alright, cool. Good talk. Nikkei's pity is great. Yeah, Nikkei has one of the best pity systems out of any gacha game I've seen. Yeah, because not only is it a spark system, but the game also allows you to keep those tickets for future characters if you want to just pick up one instantly and not have to worry about spending gacha currency on them. It even applies to collab characters too, which is like based beyond belief. Like, Jesus, I don't know of any other gacha game that would allow you to fucking pity, be able to instantly redeem your pity tickets for a collab character. Mainly because Nikkei is the only game that even does pity the way that it does. So yeah, obviously that's a huge plus on Nikkei's part. The Chuba Mahjong streams are really good viewer material, yeah. Peak content. Hardest part of Star Rail is the mat farm. Well, specifically the relic farming, yeah. Fuck relic farming. Zero turn clears are a bit more, well, mental gymnastics. It's mostly pre-planning, isn't it? From what I've been able to gather. Yeah, it's mostly pre-planning and you just getting extremely lucky with getting all the right stats that you need. So I don't even while zero cycling is impressive, I don't really consider that skill based. Like I'm sure they're fun to watch, they're cool to look at, but to me there's not really much substance there. Like I look at people talk about whenever I see people talk about zero cycling and Star Rail, I'm just like, huh. I wonder how these people would react if I told them to try to TA a challenge quest in FGO. So personally, I don't really find them all that impressive, but you know, again, I have the perspective of knowing of having played other games, so yeah, only to me they don't really seem, they just kind of seem whatever. Not to mention, because they're so, like, stat dependent, and obviously your stats come from RNG, fucking, you know, relic farming and rolling. Yeah, it's like, well, okay. Basically, zero cycling, a big part of zero cycling is contingent on you getting lucky with artifacts or relics? Okay, well, at that point, like, half of me is already tuned out already. So, okay, well, you know, is that really skill at that point? Probably not. Takes forever to build units. Yeah, for real, man. For fucking real. It is, or basically re-rolling for certain things that happen, like the silver. Yeah, having Silverwolf apply the correct, weakness, elemental weakness. Yeah, I see that. Isn't that the same for Genshin 2? What do you mean the same for Genshin? As in like no damage runs or whatever? I would say for Genshin, it's actually, I would actually consider no damage runs for Genshin if that's what you're talking about. actually a little bit more impressive than, say, Zero Cycling and Star Rail, because at least in Genshin, there's an actual level of mechanical skill involved. Like, for no damage runs with no shield characters, right? You have to have all of your iframes correctly timed, right? You need to dodge everything, manage your stamina perfectly, and have perfect rotations on your teams. Like, that actually takes some skill. As opposed to Star Rail, where Star Rail is a turn-based game, and, you know, it's more knowledge-based than actual mechanical skill. But music playing from a particular circle. I believe this playlist is from. Let me look them up here. I believe it's from a circle called Alice's Emotion. Yeah, Alice's Emotion. You'd argue you'd kind of prefer Star Rail to be like that. I wasn't arguing like whether Star Rail should or shouldn't be this way or that. I'm just explaining. I'm just trying to explain the nature of Star Rail and with the consequences that it has. I'm not saying it should be one way or another. That's up to MiHoYo. Personally, I don't care. Skill is beating gold gears with only one character? Nah. Not really. I mean, if you consider skill to be getting lucky and getting all the exact right blessings that you need to solo, then sure. But, you know, I don't quite consider that skill personally. Hey, Lazy Chair. Hey, welcome back. And yeah, finally got a job. So thanks for the kind words. You got a new puppy. Hey, congrats. Hopefully you've been enjoying the new puppy. Watching some people turn 5 challenge quests FGO and then going trash CQ while you struggle to take the 1 HP bar scares you. I mean, even with FGO, you can argue that a lot of the skill, quote, skill in FGO has also been taken out now that we have deliberately broken support characters, support servants like fucking Castoria, Koi and Skya, and all the rest. Oberon, too, so. No longer jobless? Yes. I finally have, I have finally broken my jobless arc. Is your Acheron? Actually, we haven't even talked about Jolter. We haven't even talked about your Acheron yet. Jolter, I've been just talking to chat, or I've been just chatting with chat for like the past like 30 minutes, I think. Not gonna lie though, Star Rail having DOT teams is great though. Yeah, I think the one big saving grace of Star Rail is that because you have DOT teams that don't rely on whatchamacallits, crits. Yeah. Which is why it's great, and that's why I think Kafka is one of the best characters in the game. Because, like, in comparison, Genshin doesn't really have anything like that. Like, yeah, sure, you have, like, characters like Kazuha and, like, you know, Nahida maybe, who scale off EM, and if you have characters who scale off mainly EM, they don't really look for crit stats, but then again, like, good luck trying to find an Elemental Mastery fucking main stat cup, you know? Fucking rarest artifact subtype main stat to get. So it's like, even then, with like Kazuha teams, like, okay, well, what the fuck do you do here? And yeah, hey, all barbecue, welcome back, man. And yeah, thanks for the kind words. Yeah, EM artifacts are so fucking rare. Not only that, but like, just because one of your Genshin characters scales off EM doesn't mean that the rest of your team does, right? Like, you're probably going to be bringing at least one DPS in there, and they still want crit stats. But with Star Rail, with DOT teams, well, shit. Like, if you're running DOT teams with Kafka, then they just all don't care about crits. And you have your sustain, like your healer or whatever, or whoever, and they don't want crits either. So it's like, hey, shit, you can run a whole team without crits. Hallelujah. Like, Jesus, that makes the Stario so much easier to play. Anyways, let's take a look at let me take a look at Jalter's Akron real quick. Yeah, so you've E6ter, very good. E6 S1, very jealous. Your Akron has a lot of HP. Where the fuck is she getting all this HP from? Almost 4,200? Oh, HP rope. That's why. Okay. 2,700 attack. I believe that's very low. Yeah, that's because your attack percent is not your rope is not attack percent. Defense, whatever. Speed 130, that's decent. That's okay. 52 CR, 237 CD, 11 break effect, EHR effect res, a little bit of lightning damage boost just from traces. 2 of your traces are still missing. Attack percent, I believe that's lightning damage boost. You have her on 4-piece quantum. Okay. 4-piece quantum, and I assume that's a 2-piece inert cell Soto. I see where you're going for with here. Jalter. I'm actually not certain how good she is with 4-piece quantum, because I mean, yeah, defense pierce is really good. Maybe you're using her with Sparkle. Sparkle with triple quantum, Akron with triple quantum. So maybe you're running like mostly mono quantum, but then you run Akron as your lightning DPS. So maybe I assume you're running Akron, Sparkle, I don't know, like Lynx, and and Silverwolf, I assume. So even if Silverwolf rolls quantum damage, technically speaking, Akron can still benefit from that anyway, which is kind of funny. Oh, no Lynx, but Fushua instead. Okay, gotcha. Even better. Yeah. So yeah, I suppose 4-piece quantum being the fucking busted ass set as it is, isn't even that bad on her. It's just that means that we don't have any extra crit stats to take into account here. But then again, your Akron's already is E6, and E1's giving her 18% extra crit rate. So honestly, this Akron already has 70% crit rate right off the bat. So, yeah, that's not even bad. So 70 CR, 230 CD. Yeah, that's a solid stat line right there, I gotta say. Let's see, what else? 2-piece inert Sal Soto. I would say, Jalter, I would say break up your inert Sal Soto piece. Let me check your planar. It's attack percent, which is good. It has crit rate, crit damage. Okay, your planar is really good. So obviously don't change that yet. But for whatever reason, your Akron has an HP rope. Like, I don't know why she has an HP rope. I assume it's because you want the really good crit stats here. Look for an off-piece attack percent rope first. If you want to keep Akron on 2-piece inert Sal Soto, then keep farming until you get a good attack percent rope. But in the meantime, replace this shit with another off-piece rope, because I think your Akron will benefit a lot more just from having more attack stats. Because yeah, 2,700 is very low for an Akron. Because like your average Akron attack rating should be like up to like 3,400, something like that. Like at least 3,200. But your Akron only having 2,700 is kind of a bro moment. So in my opinion, you should run attack percent rope. It's either that or you ditch the boots, because I think your boots are not that great, all things considered. Yeah, you could afford to replace your boots. And replace your boots with like attack percent boots, because you're already running her with Sparkle. So at that point, if you want to commit using Sparkle with Akron all the time, then just ditch her speed boots and then go for attack boots instead. Attack boots with like hopefully double crit. And then again, remove your HP rope, because I don't know why you have that on her. And replace it with attack percent, an off-piece attack percent rope, preferably with good stats. until you can find a replacement attack percent rope that's actually in set. Based on your Sparkle, is your speed boots not worth anymore? I mean, you're already using Sparkle with Acheron, so that alone probably. How fast is your Acheron? Yeah, your Acheron isn't even faster than your Sparkle. Like, your Sparkle's still faster. So yeah, honestly, I think chat is saying this too, but yeah, at that rate, at this point, with seeing how your Sparkle is already faster than your Acheron, yeah, like, you might as well just ditch speed boots altogether on Acheron and just give her attack percent boots. I feel like. Yeah, because even if you give Acheron attack percent boots, your Sparkle, since your Sparkle should go at least before she does, before Acheron does, your Sparkle will pull up Acheron's turn every single time, I think. Or at least I think that's how it should work. So yeah, it doesn't matter. Or in Acheron's case, speed boots don't really matter too much. Probably not, anyway. See there. Matter of fact, I'll probably think about giving my own Acheron. Ooh, speed. I'll probably think about giving my own Acheron attack percent boots instead of speed too. But I just like running her with speed boots just in case I want to use her without Sparkle, and that's happened quite a few times already. So. And then break up her 4-piece speed, get even more speed. Yeah, that too. Yeah. You should also do that, Jalter. Take Pomplaneer's advice, because I've been doing that myself too. Sparkle doesn't necessarily need 4-piece speed. It's nice if she does, but for her, it's just more important having the raw stats. So look for 2 off pieces for Sparkle, whichever ones you want to replace, and make sure that she gets more speed. And your crit damage is actually nice. What, 223? I think that's pretty good already. But prioritize getting Sparkle more speed. Speed boots, and then, let's see. Yeah, speed boots. Obviously crit damage, body, so you don't want to change that. But a lot of your pieces already have very good crit damage stats already. So I guess the ones you would want to replace are maybe her rope. The rope is going to be kind of hard to replace, though, because it's energy regen and it has a bit of crit damage. So maybe you don't want to replace that yet. So instead, maybe you want to replace... Yeah, you would have to replace your headset, your headpiece, and then your arm piece, or your hand piece, or whatever this is called. Yeah, it's going to suck losing the crit damage on these 2 bad boys, but... basically, look for off pieces that have speed and crit damage, and then try rolling those. If they roll really well, give it to Sparkle. It's either that, or you can try to farm for more speed set pieces if you still want to keep 4 pieces of Messenger on her, because you like the extra speed, ultimate speed boost. And try to see if you can get like replacement head and arm pieces that have speed on them too. But in the meantime, if you have off pieces that have speed and crit damage, you should replace these 2, and just break up 4-piece. What is it? 4-piece speed, and just keep 2 pieces. Just go with 2-piece instead. Chest is easier to replace because it's main stat. True, but you know, how often do you get crit damage main stat body with a speed substat though? But yeah, you could. I suppose you could replace this too. Now that I think about it, yeah. Or now that you mention it. We're reviewing accounts again, because one of my Twitch viewers wanted me to take a look at it, or wanted me to take a look at his Acheron. What are Acheron stat goals for non-signature Litecoin users? Non-signature Litecoin users, I would say. I would say basically the same thing. It's the same thing still applies for crit rate. At least you should at least try to go for a 60% crit rate, and then as much crit damage as possible after that, in my opinion. Yeah, let's go with that. 60 CR and then as much crit damage as possible. What speed do you want for Hanabi? 160 apparently, yeah. Or basically as high as you can go on her. Hey, Lazy Devil, welcome back. And yeah, thanks for the kind words, man. You're not doxing your UID, your shit is cooked. Don't be be not afraid. Be not afraid. Be not afraid. Oh, sorry about that. Pulled up Cinder's stream. But yeah, hopefully that helps, Shelter. Do you want attack percent or no? Well, on Sparkle, hell no. On Acheron, yes, but not on Sparkle. Sparkle's not doing any damage. You plan to whale again? Just take it easy for now. Take it easy for now, and then see see what my paycheck looks like at the end of the month. Am I gonna be free to play mid-spender or whale? Probably mid-spender. I don't know if I'm gonna return to my full-on whale roots, because while I'm, well, obviously my job will pay me. It's not like it's gonna pay me that much. It's not gonna pay me as much as my old job did, that's for sure. So. Oh, where's my YouTube chat? Okay, here it is. Time to get back to work. Good luck. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Nuclear. And yeah, thanks for the kind words. Why'd you quit your old job? I didn't quit my old job. I got laid off. My broke ass got laid the fuck off. Can't see your Acheron reaching 200% CD. I think as for a free-to-play, it's going to be pretty tough getting your Acheron to 200% CD. Like, if you don't have her Gacha light cone. That might change, however. To be fair, that might change when we get the new Serenity 4-star Nihility light cone that gives extra crit stats, but we have no idea if that's going to be free-to-play or a Gacha exclusive light cone. I would assume it's going to be Gacha exclusive, which is going to suck, but it is what it is, I guess. But like, if you can get your hands on one of those bad boys, then yeah, sure, maybe 200% crit damage could be possible, even on a or it could be viable or feasible on a free-to-play Acheron once you get one of your hands on one of those. But until then, that one's gonna be Gacha. Then yeah, I figured it would be Gacha. No way on hell, no way on God's green earth would a light cone like that be free. Not to mention, I don't know where they would even put it, considering we already got our next round of MOC light cones. So it's like, yeah, how else would they give it to us? Maybe as like an event exclusive, like event welfare light cone. But damn, that'd be our best welfare light cone yet. Then, even fucking better than like say tutorial mission. You'll pop off on Twitch and be your own boss. I mean, I tried doing that for the past year. It hasn't really worked out, man. Kind of the reason why I'm going back to being a wage cuck again. It is what it is. Reality hits a little different, I guess. You think 20% more crit damage is better than, or hitting 134 speed breakpoint is better for Acheron? Because you don't have Sparkle. If you don't have Sparkle, probably I would say the 134 speed breakpoint, because if I'm being told this correctly, Acheron actually prioritizes crit rate more than she does crit damage. Because as long as she's able to crit, like, her ultimate will just do a shit ton of damage anyway. So, like, her losing 20% crit damage is actually not that big of a deal for her, apparently. As long as she's just able to crit in the first place. So at that point, I would imagine just her being faster and being able to hit higher speed thresholds would be more important, just so that she goes faster, or that just so that she goes more and attacks more often. I would assume that's the case. At E0, there's no argument for speed. Her Nihility teammates generate more stacks per turn than she does. Okay, let's just go with that then. Listen to my sub there. You would go Akron's knee set, but you're like storyline. You should catch up with the story, Jalter. Yeah, 4-piece Pioneer is kind of good, at least for someone like her. Yeah, 4-piece Pioneer and then Simulated Universe. But I mean, your stats right here are already really, really nice. Like they are very good. They're serviceable. It's just that again, you should switch out her. You should ditch her fucking HP rope. I don't know why you gave her an HP rope. And go for an off-piece attack percent rope instead. Okay. Thanks for sharing your account, though, Jalter. Hopefully, we've given you a good idea forward between your Akron and your Sparkle. Let me go farm a little bit more. With Good Night, Sleep Well, Attack Orb, or Lightning Rod, Attack Orb. Yeah. Remember, Nyefer, in Star Rail, when Star Rail, when it says damage buff or damage bonus, in the game considers damage bonuses the same as elemental damage bonuses. Like they're the exact same thing. So yeah, attack percent planar. I mean, even if you didn't have Good Night, Sleep Well, you would run attack percent planar on it regardless. Actually, I've been told that attack percent planar and thunder damage bonus actually doesn't make that much of a difference. Maybe attack percent is like marginally better, but I mean, considering you're running Good Night Sleep Well, then yeah, then for sure attack percent planar at that point, I would say. Congrats on returning to work. Hell, yup, back to being a wage cuck. Looking forward to it. But yeah, hopefully at least that means I'll be able to fucking pay my bills. Hopefully. Just hoping. Finally figured out why she scales so hard with so little crit damage. Her trace. Oh yeah, that's right. That sounds very familiar. Yeah, I think that's the same explanation that other people gave in chat during previous streams. Yeah, her trace multiplies her buff values. Her final buff, her final damage, or something like that. Speed will only be better if you can get more ults in a fight, but with how fast Akron clears content, you might not even need another ult. I would say most players can't just like wombo combo like MOC 11 or 12. Maybe MOC 11, but MOC 12? Like, I feel like that would involve you having like a fucking E6 Acheron or something like that. Like, she's strong, but like not that strong. Crit damage. Maybe it rolls a little. Maybe it can roll crit rate on it. Actually, how good is my Akron's current whatchamacalls? It's wrong one. Crit rate. Okay. I suppose the speed on her isn't that important. Oh, just attack percent. Okay. Why do I use Natasha over other healers? Oh, because apparently enemies are weak to physical here. There's no real other reason other than that. I honestly should be using a different healer, but I don't really care enough. And hey, thanks this guy rules. Yeah, back to being a wage cuck. But yeah. I do believe in having a sustain of every element in order to balance teams better. Yeah, same here, man. Yeah, because I value options more than anything else. Just having the option of running certain characters is very powerful. Will I review more accounts today? Yeah, maybe towards the end of the stream. We'll go over what Boot Hill and Robin do, and then maybe we'll round out the stream with a couple more account reviews. Sam E6S5 soon? We're not doing any E6s anytime soon. Nuh-uh. So unfortunately, no. But at the very least, I know I can go for adventuring, because I think I said last stream that unless something happened soon, I think I wasn't gonna be able to roll for adventuring, but at least I can roll for him. And hell, maybe I'll even have the money to roll for E2 Akron before her banner expires. We'll see. I mean, honestly, I actually want more copies of Gallagher more than I do Akron, almost. Which is kind of funny to say. Similar to my previous job? Yeah, very similar to my previous job. Very similar field. So yeah, I should be able to get used to the work pretty fast. Should be. Barring any complications, of course. And hopefully there are none. Picked up Ether Gazer after I saw my after you saw my Gacha review video. I assume you're talking about my Gacha addiction video. You already very pleased with it a few months in. Yeah, it's got a lot of great ideas. Yeah. It follows like the Gacha in Ether Gazer follows the Genshin model, but it does it better. With just giving you a higher just raw chance of getting an S rank character or functor, I guess, for that matter. Yeah, game's a lot more generous too, and like gearing characters in that game is very, very streamlined. So yeah, Ether Gaze has got a lot of great ideas that it has, so that I wish other Gacha games would also pick up on. So I'm glad that you're enjoying it, my dude. What do you think of the upcoming Star Rail characters? Not sure. We're gonna go over Robin and Boot Hill and Harmony MC later this stream, I think, towards the end. No longer jobless? Yeah. Returning back to the wage cuck workforce again this week, assuming nothing goes wrong. Gotta pay the bills first. Yep, bills first. First and foremost. For real, for real. How about if you can get Akron to 134 speed without speed boots? You're only around 2-3 substats away from that. I mean, shit, yeah, if you have attack boots, and you're still able to get her to 134 speed, then yeah, that's even better. because then you had the best of both worlds. Matter of fact, I think the last stream we did, we saw the best Akron I'd ever seen, where somebody had an Akron that had like 4,000 attack rating, and they had like fucking 130, like 140 speed or some shit. It was insane. So yeah, if you can run attack percent boots on Akron and still have her have like 134 speed, then yeah, that's fucking amazing. Hey Mad Lad, welcome back to the stream. And congrats on the new job. Yep. Thanks for the kind words, my dude. We are kind of so back. Kind of. Let's see, HP percent. Yeah. Oh, actually, I should check if I even have a decent attack percent inset boots for her. I would imagine the answer is no, but we can always check. Speed, trash. Attack percent. It's got crit damage. Another attack percent, but HP only, so what the fuck ever. We can roll this, see what it gets. Ew, fucking effect res. Okay. Okay, burn. If you like Gallagher, you'll love Harmony Trailblazer. Nice. I'm looking forward to it. Or I'm looking forward to a Harmony Trailblazer then. RMF, thanks so much for the 48-month resub. Ooh, I think that's the first 4-month resub we have. Or 4-year resub, not 4-month. 4-year resub we got. Maybe we've gotten other 4-year resubs, but that's the first one I'm noticing here. So, hey, RMRF, thanks for the resub, man. And happy 4 years, man. It's quick damage, effect res, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Congrats on getting us stuff. Hey, drifting, little sale. Yeah, thanks for the kind words, man. And yeah, thanks, Truth Zero. Thanks to you too. You have to figure out how much CV you're leaving on a table. I think if he only bleeds off crit damage, I think that should be okay. As long as he doesn't bleed off too much crit rate, I think he should be fine. I think he'll be broadly fine. Let's see if this one rolls crit damage. It would actually be amazing if this rolled crit damage, because then it would have attack percent and speed. If only, right? If only the world was that convenient. Yes, I too would love to win the lottery. Yes, let me just go out and buy a fucking lottery ticket from nearest gas station. And see if I win the fucking Millie jackpot. Yes, I think that's what I'll do tomorrow. Back to MP5. Everybody on FGM, man, I wish. I fucking wish, man. However, I think at the very least I won't have to worry about missing out on the summer servants at the very least. Like, MP6 Archetype Earth should be a go at this point. And then I should at least be able to get Lady Avalon and then Summer Scotty at the very least, so. Yeah. At least I don't have to worry about having to miss out on those bad throws. That Navia artifact was a once in a 10-year phenomena. Yup. Fucking quintuple crit rate substat, 20 plus crit rate substat. Yeah, hell no. I ain't ever seen that shit again in my lifetime. Oh, what's that? You want another 20% crit rate substat artifact in Genshin Impact? Well, shit. Time to go frickin' Sudoku myself and reincarnate in like 15 years for me to get another artifact like that. You agree with me on Panakini's story being mid, and you don't see it redeeming itself unless like Blade and Kafka show up and shit starts going down. Yeah. Though now that I do have my job going, that does mean that my Star Rail story like streams will have to be delayed a little bit, or we'll definitely have to do it in like parts, or maybe I'll just save it from like next weekend or something, and then we'll try to marathon it over like Saturday and Sunday maybe. We'll see. I still have to make my why the Star Rail story is mid video though. You have a 43-203 CRCD with speed boots, but you've got like 7 useless stats, I see. You can't ignore that though with the attack boots. You can have like 600 to 700 extra attack. But I mean, that's assuming he has Sparkle. I mean, for the moment, let's assume he does though. Personally, I think that Acheron is fine, because that's exactly how my Acheron is built, and I feel like she gets the job done. She gets the job more than done. But then again, I don't know how good the rest of Better Jade's account is. Like, I don't know how strong the rest of his characters are. So like, if Acheron is like one of his best built characters, and like none of the rest of his team is like anywhere near as well built, then. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Better Jade. You already said that you have attack boots, not speed boots. Sorry, you said that before too. I forgot about that. Yeah, he already has attack percent boots, yeah. So at that point, if he wants even higher attack rating, that means you have to go for attack percent substats specifically, and you know, where you'd rather go for crit stats at that point. I mean, yeah, in my opinion, if Better Jade can still maintain about a 40, or can maintain his current CRCD ratio, and he can still get his Acheron like, you know, like 4 more speed or however much he needs, then yeah, I don't see why not. Especially if he has room, if his relics already have room to improve. Yeah, sure, why not? See, crit rate, all trash. Wow, chat. Turns out farming for speed boots is really, really fucking annoying. Hey Ken, welcome back, man. And yeah, thanks for the kind words, man. I can't wait to get back into the wage cut force. Can't wait for a fucking hour and a half commutes going there and back. Man, am I excited. Do you have to have a training arc before getting a job arc started? I think they'll train me on site, so it'll be technically a paid training. I think they call it a probation. Yeah, probation period. So it'll be like a slightly lower salary, but I mean it's not that much different from my actual salary. So there you go. HP percent. Ew, fuck that shit. So I'll have my training arc when I actually get there. So no need to worry about that. It's not for now. You work a 6 to 3. So it's a little bit earlier in the day. And your commute is like only 15 minutes long. Damn, lucky you. Lucky you. Your Acron is 72, 227. Damn, that's a good stat. That's a good Acron. Turns out the farming loop in Hoyo games is fucking annoying. Yeah, I know. Like, if there was some sort of fucking guarantee that you can get this exact stats that you're looking for, that would be fucking amazing. But no. No, gacha devs always had to be like, oh, here you guys are. Here's some equipment that you have to fucking grind infinitely for. God, these fucking retarded devs, man. Holy fucking shit. Like, either let us farm infinitely with no resin cost or no trailblaze power cost, or give us some fucking guarantees. Like, let us manipulate some of our fucking substats or something like that. I don't fucking know. Well, I do know. I made a whole fucking video about it. But, you know, yada, yada, yada. The Z3 relic system is even worse. How am I not surprised? I mean, yeah, I've been here. People have been saying, people have been dooming about Z3 for a little bit. And I haven't even gotten back from Z3 about whether I got into their third beta or not. I assume the answer is still gonna be no. Can't wait to see how bad Wuwa is. Wuwa's gearing system in its beta, in their last beta, was pretty bad, I think, from what I heard and from what I saw. I think it's called the Echo system or whatever. But apparently they've improved it. We'll see by how much they improved it, though. But personally, like, considering that PGR, that Kuro game really is like trying to emulate Genshin, and to a lesser extent Stario, of course. Like, I don't really have much faith that they've really made it that much better, you know? Like, we'll see for sure once Wuwa comes out for real, but I guess we'll see. At least we can manipulate our main stat. Even then, though, like, in all honesty, in the long run, it almost doesn't even matter. Because when's the last time you fucking... Ooh, here's a attack percent boots. When's the last time you fucking rolled, like, used the self-modeling resin and then actually gotten the substats you were actually looking for that fucking piece? Like, self-modeling resin is amazing for early game, because obviously all you really care about for early game is just the main stat. So yeah, self-modeling resin takes out a lot of the initial farming, but like, once you get to end game and you really want to like min-max a character's stats and whatnot, like, self-modeling resin basically becomes useless. It's like, okay, cool, I get to pick my own main stat, but it's gonna roll shit substats anyway, so what the fuck? The fuck is the difference? Like, at that point, you would actually want more relic scrap, just so that you can, you know, try to re-roll more pieces in the first place. So, oh, time to use self-modding resin again. No, time to get shitty subsets again. Whoop-de-doo. So I might as well just go fucking, you know, suffer in the relic mines, because at least there we get two gold relics in one run instead of just one from a fucking self-modding resin, you know? Whoop-de-doo, here we go again. Here we fucking go again. You know? So it's like, at that point, it almost doesn't even make a fucking difference. I kind of want to keep this crit rate body piece just in case, because it does have attack percent and speed, so I think I won't burn that one just yet. Break effect, I think I will roll this anyway, because like if this rolls a lot of crit rate, for example, maybe it'd still be worth it. Effect res, Perhaps it still may be worth it. Copium. This is Omega Copium. If the next one isn't crit rate, then I'm just gonna say fuck that shit. Yep, not crit rate. Fuck that shit. Fucking ew. At least Hoyoverse did realize that problem and BP gives a bunch of relic dust. Now, yeah, I have noticed that too. But, like, that's not nearly enough. And not only that, but I would imagine it's not the free-to-play battle pass that gives you much relic dust or relic scrap or whatever. Like, I'm sure it gives you some, but, like, I'm sure a lot of the relic scrap is locked behind the pay-to-win battle pass, I would assume. So it's like not even, like most players aren't even going to be able to take advantage of that in the first place. So it's like, okay, cool. To watching his own videos. Got Akron E0 S1. Her signature is really good. Akron's signature is the best. Is the best for her, or is the best in the entire game. Akron with her light cone is so good for her. Her signature light cone is so good for her that Akron goes from being like, say, on par power-wise with like Blade or Jinglu maybe to the best DPS in the game. Yeah, Akron with the signature is the most broken thing. Is the single most broken thing in the game. So yeah, her signature is not just good. It's kind of broken. It's kind of busted. You really disliked Strongbox from Genshin. Also hate that Strongbox is limited to previous major patch artifacts. Yep, I addressed that in my How to Improve Genshin video, where I'm like, why the fuck do we have why the fuck is Strongbox always 2 regions behind? Like, let's just make it concurrent with whatever our current content is. Like, what is the problem here? So yeah, I agree. That shit is really fucking annoying. You're glad Strongbox exists, though, because imagine suddenly needing that artifact set again. You don't have to go to that domain anymore. Yeah, it is still good, though, yeah. I mean, hell, the mere fact that in Genshin, you just need 3 gold relics, right, to recycle for 1, that is so amazing, man. Because you can sit there and if you have like a full inventory of useless gold artifacts, right? You can just go to your crafting table and just sit there for like a good, 30 minutes or something, and just keep recycling your gold artifacts. And since it's a 3-to-1 conversion ratio instead of a fucking 10-to-1 ratio like it is in Star Rail, holy fucking shit, that's so retarded. Yeah, you get a lot. At least with the Strongbox in Genshin, you do get a lot of potentially new gold artifacts, yeah. And not only that, you can also just keep recycling the ones that the new ones that you get too, if they turn out to be pretty bad. So like, you can keep recycling your shitty gold artifacts over and over and over and over. And so the chances of you actually getting something that you're looking for and it actually rolls pretty well are just astronomically higher in Genshin than it is in Star Rail, obviously. Let's see, attack percent, defense, whatever, still bad. Still trash. Just do the domain. 3 days out of 7 is not enough? Bro, why is that even an argument? Are you saying that are you supporting Genshin's whole fucking domain rotation thing? Cuz that is fucking stupid. Yeah, like why on earth does anyone think that like time gating your fucking domains is a good idea? Like, if you want to be able to farm something, you should be able to farm it right away. Why do you have to wait until like a specific day to fucking farm that shit? Like, hell no. Fuck that shit. Yeah, what, 3 days out of the 7 isn't enough? What, don't you play Genshin every day? Surprisingly enough, no, not everybody does. And even if you do, ooh, speed. Even if you do, there's always a chance that you might look at a character and be like, oh man, I need to farm, like, for example, light books for like Chiori or something, or like, oh, if you're trying to pre-farm for Arlecchino, I think she needs order books, right? It's like, oh, I want to farm order books, but because I just realized I don't have enough for her. But hey, today's fucking when's order books available? Wednesdays and Saturdays, right? Wednesdays, Saturdays, Sundays. But today's, like, for example, you just missed the order domain day, right? So because you forgot about it, right? Because it turned like what, Thursday for you, so that means order domain just passed. Like, oh my god, I forgot about that shit. Now I have to wait 2 more fucking days for it to come back. Like, that is such a fucking retarded thing to have to fucking impose on your characters or on your players, man. Like, just make that shit permanent. You should be able to farm whatever you need at any point throughout the week. Why do you have to fucking lock them to specific days? Like, what? Why? Like, no, just no. Please don't do that. Let's see, speed, attack percent, crit, so whatever. Yeah, do you guys not pre-farm L Omega lol? What do you mean you guys aren't chronically online playing Genshin Impact 20 hours out of the day? Christ, dude. Hey, Malice. What's cooking? Oh, not much. I'm trying to farm some, potentially better Pioneer pieces for my Acheron, but we're having a little bit of we're struggling. I mean, as you might expect, obviously. What's the best way to get Trailblaze power? You pay for it. Unfortunately. The only ways to get Trailblaze power as a free-to-play is, one, to just wait. Right? Just to wait for your Trailblaze power to regen. That's really about it. Or you obtain fuel. When you increase your AR rank, I think at certain... not AR rank, that's Genshin. When you increase your Trailblaze level, at certain Trailblaze level ups, the game gives you... Pom-Pom will give you more fuel. You'd go talk to Pom-Pom and get your Trailblaze level up rewards, and sometimes they'll give you some extra fuel. I believe if you do your, I believe free-to-play Battle Pass also has some fuel, right? At certain levels, so you can get them through there. And fuel is basically extra stamina or extra energy. But as a free-to-play, I believe that's about it. Unfortunately, so yeah. Wait for your Trailblaze power to regen on its own, naturally, or pick up more fuel as you level up with Trailblaze level from Pom-Pom, and grab it from, get it from your free-to-play Battle Pass. But other than that, that's pretty much it. If you want more Trailblaze power, you gotta pay. Let's see. Boots, defense, trash. HP, crit rate, whatever, don't care. Old gacha problems, yeah. Sort of an old school gacha problem, because I know FGO did that, used to do that for like a good solid, like, I don't know, half of its life cycle or some shit. Arknights does that too, actually, now that I think about it. They do rotate a lot of their resource nodes from day to day, so that's kind of annoying. Can't stick around for long, but wanted to congratulate me on finally getting a new job. Hey, thanks, Scarface, but yeah, thanks for the kind words, man. Yeah, looking forward to getting out of the jobless bum arc and into the wage cook arc. But yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. There's no excuse for Genshin to not have an interactive map. Well, here's the thing, though. They can't really have an interactive map in-game because that means that there will be no point in giving characters their own, like, giving them their passives that kind of locate local specialties for you. Ideally, yes, they should just give you a fucking interactive map in-game, so you don't have to go to a third-party website or go to like a website off, like, outside of the game to look up shit. But to be fair, that does mean that there will be no point in characters having their whole, like, you know, if you have these characters in your party, they get to pick out or they get to pinpoint like where the local specialties are, like in your vicinity, on your map, on your mini map or stuff like that. So. Like, that I understand. But yeah, ideally, they should just, you know, integrate it into the game itself. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, constant engagement. You don't play Genshin, but that shit sounds stupid AF. It is stupid AF. And any gacha game that has that sort of like farming mechanic is fucking stupid too. Not just Genshin, but yeah, it is as dumb as it sounds. Let's see, these are both pretty bad. And hey, thanks Horace. Thanks for the kind words, man. You wish Genshin had some sort of like Ubisoft checklist? I don't know what that means. Because you quit for like a year last year, and then coming back you had no idea, or you have no idea what you were clearing or not. I mean, for a game like Genshin, I don't think it should matter too much, considering Genshin is a casual game. Like, if you want to know what you still need to do, just check your quest list, right? Though, to be fair, Genshin, like, has a shit ton, like, side objectives or, like, side quests that the game doesn't always, like, tell you to be aware of, so there is that, I suppose. Finally managed to get Koyan's and Oberon's skills fully leveled. Hey! Now you can actually start playing FGO. Congrats, man. And they're still doing that passive thing for Star Rail too. Look at Akron and Topaz. Mainly Topaz, yeah. Genshin's such a mixed bag for you. Like, you get that they're only focused on stuff that makes money because they didn't expect Genshin to blow up, but they think they should have let it cook more, at least to give it more substance when it came out. Surprised we gave Genshin a pass for only having like a 10th of its story completed. Well, the story part I can address because remember Bubblegum's most gacha games don't come out with like a lot of the story right away. Like, I'm sure they've planned out like what kind of direction their story would take like years ahead of time. Like, they've planned out like how it would evolve over time over the next, like, I don't know, let's say 5 years or so. But like actually like completing it and then like making it like content that's actually available, like Like, I don't know, for Genshin, that didn't really bother me, because that's how most gacha games do it. Personally. I mean, maybe compared to other gacha games, Genshin didn't have as much story at the beginning, but like, to me, that wasn't really that big of an issue, because their focus was on the exploration. My problem with Genshin is that over the years, they've still stuck with their whole, like, oh, we must pander to casuals agenda, and they haven't done jack shit for, like, actual, like, serious content, because, oh, we don't want to induce more anxiety in our casual players. So, like, Genshin not having, like, its entire story, like, available, right? That's a little different, I think. That's an unfair criticism, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I know Nikke, when Nikke came out, what, like a year and a half ago at this point, because we're about to have our 1.5 anniversary very soon. When Nikke came out a year and a half ago, like, Nikke was an anomaly because it came out with like 20 chapters of story, which is not normal. That's way more story than any gacha game would have come out with before. And a good reason for that is because Nikke was originally planned to have released like 2 years ago, like back when pandemic started. But then obviously, I would assume it was because of pandemic. Nikke had to delay their release. Nikke had to, Shift Up had to delay the release of the official release of Nikke. But because they delayed it by like 2 years or something, that gave it a whole lot more time to like polish the game up and give it a lot more content, so that when it did drop, there was a shit ton of content for people to engage with. Right, 20 chapters of story. But again, that's not normal. That's a goddamn anomaly. Most gacha games don't come out with that much story at once. Ugh. Don't casual players just get the option to not do hard content? Yes, but they also will bitch about like how, oh, you know, the devs are catering to hardcore players. They're ignoring us casual players. And not only that, but casual players hate missing out on shit just because they can't do it. Which is ironic because a lot of casual players don't even log in every day into Genshin, and so they're missing out on a lot of stellar or like a lot of primo gems that way too. So kind of hypocritical, but whatever. But it's mainly because MiHoYo just does not want to risk alienating their casual players, because again, the casuals pay for their bills. Because there's so goddamn many of them. They did have a shit ton of bugs at launch. Yeah, they did. They did. But clearly that wasn't enough to stop its what is it? To like really put like a meaningful impact on its initial release. Cause like, to be fair, the bugs that Nikke did have, like, there were a lot, but they were mainly mainly concerned like how characters perform, right? The actual gameplay. So from a casual perspective, that doesn't really matter. Good to know. You quit Genshin years ago, so you're not too mad about it because you like Star Rail much better. I see. But yeah, Genshin has such a huge player base that MiHoYo has very clearly taken the stance of pandering to their casual players because they're the ones who make MiHoYo money with Genshin, like by far. So when they had their interview like a year or two ago, where they, the whole like anxiety meme grew for, popped up from that. That's what they're talking about. It's their dev speak for saying, we don't want to piss off our casual players because they're the ones who pay us. Even though there are ways to include endgame content without shafting the casual players, and even though, yes, some casual players will bitch about it, MiHoYo doesn't have the balls to put up with that, so they just prefer not taking any risks at all. Doesn't most of the revenue come from like 20% of the players, something like the 80-20 theory? Yeah, but how is that? You're implying that that's mutually exclusive with what I suggested. Because who the most of those 20% of those players are? They're casual. So it's like, what you're saying and what I'm saying are not exactly mutually exclusive. I hope you realize that. Why not just make, I don't know, new difficulties or Abyss or whatever that hold little to no reward that exists to push endgame theory crafters and crazy should they so desire, because no financial motivation. I mean, that's exactly what I suggested in my how to improve Genshin video, Tamiyuki. Like, go watch it. I've got a lot of ideas for how they can expand endgame in Genshin. I would say to give endgame like some rewards, but it shouldn't have any primo gems for sure. Because yeah, that would piss off the casual players. Because again, the whole reason why casual players don't want to endgame is because that presents them content that they can't do, and that means that they're gonna miss out on potential primo gems, and that doesn't make them feel good. Any other units you want in FGO besides Archetype Earth and Proto Merlin? Well, obviously I want all the rest of the Summer Servants. I'll have to see who I want next after them. Why do Star Rail and Z3 have a lot of hardcore gameplay? I would imagine it's a direct response to the complaints that they get about Genshin, because MiHoYo has clearly decided to dedicate Genshin to the casual player base. They understand that they have a lot of people who play the games and that want more gameplay out of it, but instead of actually giving Genshin the hardcore content that the players want, instead they just go make another game and bait people to go play that game instead. So that way they can keep making Genshin the quote-unquote casual game. But if you want the more hardcore experience, you go play Star Rail or Z3. Like FGO with CQs. Don't CQs have like lures and tickets though? Yes, but at this point, like honestly, if you don't want to do the challenge quest for the lore, you don't have to. Because at this point, events give you so many lores anyway that missing a lore from like a challenge quest that you don't want to do is not that big of a deal. And then, like, at most, a challenge quest will give you, like, 1 ticket. Which is like, yeah, whoop-de-doo. It's like 1 ticket. Oh, yeah, what are you gonna get from that? Fucking 3 mana prisms? Alright. So, like, individually, challenge quests aren't really that rewarding in FGO. At least nowadays. Maybe in the beginning, they meant a lot more, obviously, but... Back when, like, lures were a lot more, a lot rarer of a skill material. Or about, like, a material. Probably why Simulated Universe is such a good game mode. It is, but at this point, I do think that it can be improved. I'm not talking about just like adding more Simulated Universe worlds to it or some shit. I do feel like there can be improvements to Simulated Universe now that we've had it for like a year. Or something close to a year. Actually, no, we have had it for a year, because it's been in the game ever since the beginning, yeah. I was thinking of the Swarm and the what was it? The Gold Gears expansions. Those came a little bit after, of course. But base Simulated Universe, yeah, we've had it for like a year now because it's been in the game since. Have you tried Astro Knights of Vita? No, I have not. I've heard about it though. You feel like Z3 is gonna flop because you think Hoyo might be overextending itself. They may be, yeah, because it's kind of confusing that Z3's been in development for this long, and yet they were still able to pump out Star Rail before Z3. So it's like I kind of wonder to myself, like, okay, so what's taking them so long with Z3? Because I've known about Z3 being in development for longer than I've known about Star Rail. Pretty sure Star Rail has been in less development than fucking Z3 has. If I'm not mistaken. At least it certainly feels that way. And yet, Z3 is just barely having its 3rd fucking beta. And Star Rail's already been officially released for like over a year now? Like, what the hell's going on here? So we'll see. We'll keep our eyes on Z3 and see how it fares once it actually comes out. You'll just do Wuwa if you wanted hard Genshin. I understand that. I get that sentiment, but then again, it would be nice to have. It would be nice if we actually had difficult content in Genshin itself. Let me go answer that call. Alright. Done with that call. Who's the biggest cash grab server in FGO and why is it Arc? I mean, you know the reason why. It's taking that long because they're not too sure how to balance the whole TV gameplay. I still don't know what the fuck that TV gameplay is all about. Like, I saw other streamers who got into previous Z3 betas play it, but I had no idea what the fuck I was looking at. So honestly, I don't even know how to comment on that. Background song sounds familiar, but you don't know quite where you've heard it. It's like a Toho remix, so you probably heard it in like ages past. Doesn't Z3 want to cater to the hardcore or sweaty gamers from Genshin? Because if so, the TV segment defeats the purpose? No, in their eyes, it doesn't defeat the purpose. In fact, that's probably what it was designed for. To give you like endless content that you can grind. But apparently people don't like how it's set up. Again, I have not played Z3 before, so I don't know how bad it is. I've already pre-reg for Ruo. Yeah, I did. I have. Can't wait for FGO anniversary for Whale Wars with Pocket Chuck. Well, I'm not going to Anime Expo this year. Well, actually, I could, now that I could probably afford tickets, but I think that the 4-day tickets for Anime Expo went up again, I think. Or they rose in price, so it's not, what, like $150 now? It's probably something higher. So, like, I don't even know if I want to go to Anime Expo at this point. So, the tentative answer will probably be no. So yeah, I'll probably just stay home, and I'll probably just roll for Archetype Earth right away. And I assume Pocket Shot will go to Anime Expo this year again, like she did last year. So, yeah, I don't know if Whale Wars is gonna be possible, because I'm probably gonna roll for Archetype Earth right away as soon as she drops. And obviously Pocket will still be at Anime Expo, so eh. I don't know. I don't know if we'll be able to do Whale Wars for Archetype Earth there. It's still 150? Oh, my IRL friend told me that it went up in price. If it's still 150, then I may consider going still. If it hasn't gone up yet. We'll see. Still, 150 for a fucking 4-day pass? God damn. I remember back in my day, back when it used to be only 60 bucks for a 4-day pass. Holy fucking inflation, Batman. Christ. It's either that or the SPGA's really turned into a bunch of fucking bitches. Fucking shit, man. Wonder if the servers will be broken. Probably. I mean, Archetype Earth is gonna be the biggest server we'll have for a good while, I would say. Hey, little man. Welcome back. Just want to pop in and say congrats on no longer being jobless. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it. You'll try to go to Axis here. Be cool to meet up. Yeah. Yeah, Delphi. I would love to hang out. Or at least meet up for a little bit briefly. Back in like 2012? Yeah, actually, yes. Like back in like the early 2010s. Like early 2010s, like mid-20 to like mid-2010s, yeah. They were like 60 for 4 days. And then it just went up from price. It went up in price from there. Because Anime Expo just started getting more and more and more popular. So, time to price gouge. Summer Scotty, then we'll see. We'll see if we want to do Whale Wars on a particular server. And that's only assuming I even want to go for an MP5 after Archetype Earth, though. Is a 1-day good? I mean, I wouldn't really recommend going to any anime con for just a single day. You kind of want to go there for all 3 or all 4 days for the full experience, to be honest. But I mean, if you only have one time for to go for a single day, then yeah, that's fine. It's wild that it's been like 12 years. I mean, had I gone to Anime Expo every single year since I first started going, then yeah, it would have been... I would have been going for like 14 years at this point. So nearly a decade and a half at this point. God, I feel old. But I mean, Anime Expo as a convention has been around for a lot longer than that. Like, it's been around for at least like fucking 30, 40 years. Like, originally, I think it started, it first started getting hosted over in Long Beach, I think. Over at the Long Beach Convention Center, and then moved over to the LA Convention Center. Will I play Suki this summer? Probably not. I don't really have the time to, like, play visual novels much. You thought Summer Ibuki would be the better pick for MP5? Is Summer Scotty's MP actually any good? Probably not our MP. Actually, I forget what Summer Scotty's MP even does. But, oh, it's an AoE MP. Okay. And then super effective damage against lawful. AoE quick. You're not going to be using Ruler Scotty for MP, though. So that doesn't really matter. Just roll for a single copy of her and, like, you should be okay. At least I feel like. You actually used to do that? Okay. But yeah, I don't know how the prices are for just 1 day or for 1 days though. 1 day passes. I assume they still sell them. I don't know. They may have. I wouldn't put it past the SPJA to have discontinued 1 day passes just to say fuck you to anybody who can only plan on coming for 1 day. Certainly sounds like something they'd do. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at who is it? Let's preview the 2.2 characters. Preview these bad boys and girls real quick. Alright, first up we've got Boot Hill. Alright. So yeah, he's a 5-star physical hunt character. Okay. I believe chat said he was a single target. 120 energy. 107 speed. He's actually decently fast just on his own. Okay. That's good to see. Let's see. His basic doesn't seem to do anything special. Not for now, at least. Let's see. Skill, energy regen, 0. Weakness break, 0. Okay, so it's a utility skill. Activate standoff for Boot Hill and a target enemy, lasting for 2 turns. Oh, okay, he basically gets into a duel with them. When there are no other enemy targets on the field that have standoff and can be attacked, dispel standoff. Okay, so it's a status affliction that only works when you have other enemy targets on the field. So it forces a 1v1? Maybe not quite. When in standoff, enemy target is taunted. Okay, so it is a 1v1 basically. Then Boot Hill can't use a skill again. And his basic is enhanced into... basic is enhanced, okay. When in standoff, enemy target and Boot Hill, I assume, they receive more damage when they're attacked by the other unit. Okay, gotcha. But the skill alone cannot regenerate energy, so kind of like Blade. And the turn will not end after using skill. Okay, so yeah, it kind of works like... Mechanically, it sort of works like Blade skill. Okay, very cool. Thematically appropriate. Oh, getting call again. Alright. It's the Achilles challenge quest. Yeah, pretty much. Anyways, his ultimate is single target. Alright. Like we said before. There is a 150% base chance to apply a physical weakness to target enemy, lasting for 2 turns. Okay. Deals physical damage equal to this amount of his attack to target and delays the action. Okay. The extent of the delay is equal to 10% of his break effect, plus 10%. Okay, interesting. So he has a use for his break effect. It seems. But then again, it seems like at that point there will be conflict of interest between, or there's a conflict of stats here, because he wants attack percent, but also he scales off break effect. So it seems like he has to focus on one stat or the other. It seems. It's probably going to be attack because, like, okay, like why, like delaying enemies is nice and all, but like why do you care? Like obviously you want the damage more than you want the delay. But the physical force is nice. Talent is when target has standoff is defeated or is weakness broken. It dispels standoff, and Boot Hill receives 1 stack of whatever the fuck this is, up to 3. Okay. When he's using his enhanced basic, if the enemy is already broken, deals break damage equal to 70% of his physical break damage. Okay. To this target for every stack of pocket trick shot, on the basis of this target's max toughness. Okay, so he's a boss killer. Specifically a boss killer. Max amount of toughness taken in consideration cannot exceed 1600% of toughness reduced by a basic attack. And after winning a fight, he can retain pocket advantage for the next battle. That's cool. He can keep his stacks, it seems. So when target with standoff is defeated or weakness broken, he gains 1 stack. And while using his enhanced basic, if their weakness broken, deals that much damage. One stack up to 3 stacks. 3 stacks. So what is this? What the fuck is this even saying? Also, why can't I fucking do this shit? Okay. So receive when he either defeats, or when a target defeats or is defeated with standoff, or when they get broken, Boot Hill gets 1 stack of trick shot. Let's see. Does his basic attack or his enhanced basic consume a what is it? Does it consume a stack of trick shot? Because I'm trying to figure out where he's using his trick shot stacks. For every stack of... Does he even consume any? Or does he just fucking keep that shit forever? Because it sounds like he just kind of keeps his trick shots, no? Because it doesn't say anywhere that he consumes his stacks. Maybe his like I said, maybe his enhanced basic consumes them or whatever. His technique is after technique is used and when using his unit's skill for the first time in the next battle, 150% base chance to inflict physical weakness equal to the ultimate to the target, lasting for 1 turn. So he has another way of forcing physical weakness onto whoever he uses his skill on the first time. The wording on this is very confusing. 150% base chance to inflict physical weakness equal to the ultimate? What the fuck does that mean? Equal to the ultimate? So basically the same shit that his ultimate does, I would assume. Because his ultimate deals, or it applies physical weakness to its target enemy, I would assume. So I would assume it's basically saying, oh yeah, his technique does the same thing as his ult does. I would assume that's the case. I would assume that's what it's talking about. Okay, that's cool. And then his enhanced basic, hammer fanning, deals a boatload of physical damage, I would imagine. For every stack of trick shot, deals an additional hit of physical damage equal to this much of his attack. Attack cannot generate energy. Fanning the hammer cannot recover skill points and can only target the enemy with standoff. Okay, so yeah, he can only duel with whoever he has standoff with. If he has no, he does generate energy. It's just that these extra hits don't generate energy. But using the enhanced basic itself will generate energy. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't consume any stacks, right? Yeah. So ideally, that sounds like you want to get Boot Hill his stacks beforehand, something like that. So like honestly, it wouldn't be if this is how it works, it wouldn't be a bad idea for you to like throw Boot Hill into a team that like fights a random ass like mob fight on in the middle of the map somewhere, so that way he can gain 3 stacks first, and then you send him to MOC. Is that how that's gonna work? All right, Ken, thanks for hanging out, man. We'll see you next time. Have a good one, man. His actual attack scaling damage is kind of ass though. He relies much more on break. Okay, so it's actually the opposite way around. He actually wants more break effect instead of attack percent. Gotcha. Boot Hill more or less suffers against elites because they have very low of toughness. The elite enemy should still have a decent amount of toughness. No, you might be thinking of like the mid tier enemies. Yeah, you might be thinking of like the mid tier enemies that have like 3-hit break bars, at least with basics. But I think he should still be pretty good against even elite enemies. No. Basically, he's the king of single target damage. If the enemy is broken, yeah. As you said earlier, yeah. Because based off his talent. So it seems that you want to get Boot Hill into a duel with the boss. And then you use his team and then his own enhanced basics to like break the boss, and once they're broken, then you throw out his ultimate and then do a shit ton of damage. And like like, does he even need buff stacking considering he's doing mainly break damage? Because like break damage doesn't scale with like attack buffs or shit like that, right? Technically, or does he still want like a shit ton of like buff stacking to go with that? He also applies physical right on his own. It seems like it, but it also seems like he still wants to fight enemies that are naturally weak to physical anyway, for some reason. Yeah, Gabu. Yeah, finally found a fucking job. So, going back to the wage cuck workforce later this week. But yeah, I will really need to see Boot Hill in action, because yeah, I think just reading his kit, it's not going to give you a great idea of what he actually does. Congrats on the employment. Hey, thanks, man. His ult itself actually doesn't deal a whole lot of damage, but the force physical does make him a lot more universal. Yeah, seems like it. So where is he getting most of his damage from? His basic, or his enhanced basic rather? Because if it's not from his ult and his skill is just, you know, establishing standoff to begin with, then I assume it has to be from his enhanced basic then. Let's check out his bonus abilities. Increase character's crit rate, crit damage. Amount increases equal to 10%, 10 or to 50% of his break effect. It increases both his crit rate and crit damage. Okay, and then amount increase is equal to both 10% and 50% of his break effect. Okay, so he definitely wants a break effect rope then. Crit rate, crit damage increased by a max of 30, 150%. Okay. 300% crit rate. Yes. Alrighty, boys, let's get him. Let's get Boot Hill 300% crit rate. Hell yeah. Or 300% break damage. Hell yeah. Or break effect, I should say. 300 break effect, here we come. Let's see, he's got break effect traces, good. Attack percent trace, also good. Let's see, second bonus ability decreases the damage the character receives from targets not in standoff by 30%. Okay. Understandable. Could have been a better second ability, but I suppose I know where it's coming from. Break effect, more BE, more attack percent. Third bonus ability, when pocket trick shot is obtained via the talent, generates 10 energy. This effect will also be triggered when obtaining pocket trick shot stacks that exceed the max. So just more free energy, I assume. Okay. I don't know how effective this bonus ability will end up being, but yeah, I guess we'll see. Max HP, that's also important because standoff stuff. And more BE, more attack percent, more HP. Okay. And then Eidolons are start a battle, obtain one. Okay, he just starts with one stack of trick shot. And it allows him to deal ignore 16% of enemy's defense. Okay, defense ignore. I assume that's also really good. Milestone Monger, when trick shot is obtained via talent, generates 1 skill point. Ooh, he's actually, he actually becomes skill point positive then. I mean, he already is skill point positive, I'm pretty sure. But then he becomes even more skill point positive at E2. That's actually kind of cool. And it increases his break effect by another 30%. Okay. Lasts over 2 turns. Effect will also be triggered when obtaining pocket trick shot stacks that exceed the max. Cool. E4, when enemy target is in standoff, or yeah, when dueling enemy is attacked by Boot Hill, damage received increases by 12%, so damage boost. And when Boot Hill is attacked by enemy in standoff, the effect of receiving more damage is cut down by 12%. Okay. So, more damage for Boot Hill, less damage for him. Or less damage taken for him, too. And then E6, when dealing break damage via the talent, additionally deals break damage equal to blah blah blah, version multiplier, deals break damage to adjacent targets equal to this amount of the damage multiplier. So he basically becomes a destruction splash character. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, I would definitely need to see some gameplay of Boot Hill first, though. That would be greatly appreciated. And I think technically speaking, we do have gameplay here, but like obviously this isn't really going to show us much. Like I think this all this is showing us is animations. I think I gotta refresh the page here. We'll take a look at that video again. Yeah, now it's loading properly. Cool animations, though. DPS, that's SP positive. I mean, technically, we already do have DPSs who are SP positive. Like, for example, Blade. It's just that Boot Hill at like E2 would be even more SP positive. Like he would be hilariously SP positive. Because him gaining stacks would mean that he's also regenning skill points for his team. And no DPS in the game does something like that. At least I don't think so. Cool animations, though. Lots of gameplay on Reddit. Yeah, I suppose we could look it up on Reddit as well. I like his regular basic attack, though. The what was that? The scythe kick? Yeah. Very cool basic. Or very cool normal basic, I should say. He's handsome? Yeah. People are calling him basically gender bent Arlecchino with shark teeth and yeah, gender bent Arlecchino with shark teeth and a revolver. And for good reason too. He's so cunty. It's the legs. Yeah, I'm guessing it's the legs. It's probably the legs. He eats a bullet in his ult. I don't think he eats a bullet in his ult. He just holds it in his teeth. I think right here you see it. Yeah. You see him hold the bullet in his teeth. Though, why does he have his tongue underneath the casing? Yeah, why is he holding the bullet with his tongue? The cuntiness of that aside, that would be, I don't know how hygienic would that would be, considering, you know, there's a lot of gunpowder and oil on bullet casings. Assuming bullet casings even work the way they do in the far future as they do now in the 21st century. But Yeah. Like, if you held the bullet in his teeth, that's normal. But he's got his tongue underneath that thing, too. Bullets taste fucking awful. Bro, I've shot guns before. They smell awful. If you're not used to the smell of gunpowder, then yeah, it takes some getting used to for sure. So I can't imagine how they would taste. Like, I don't know, man. If you want to go ahead and lick a bullet, then sure, be my guest, but I wouldn't recommend it myself. He's a cowboy. Hygiene doesn't exist. True, I suppose. He does actually, eat the bullet because he actually regurgitates it. Ew, what the fuck is his problem? What on earth is his problem? Let's see. I guess his left arm is even a gun too. Considering it seems like it's got its own cylinder. Yes, because my gun and my arm is a gun too. America. Yeah, I think he ate the bullet there. Right at the beginning. Yeah, what the fuck is this dude's deal? I guess he's a cyborg so he can eat metal. He's a walking Trigun reference? Oh, that might explain it then, because I've never watched Trigun. If there's a couple Trigun references in here, then yeah. If he's like supposed to be like, I don't know, Star Rail's MiHoYo's take on Vash, then maybe, I don't know. But anyways, yeah. Then if that's his deal, then yeah, he's a specialized boss killer who deals physical damage and scales off of break effect, I would assume. In that case, I kind of wonder what his ideal stats would be. Like, obviously, he'll probably take break effect rope. But, like, what would his planar be? Would his planar also be... Well, since you guys said Ruin Mei would be good for him, maybe he just wants attack percent planar instead of physical. Actually, maybe he still wants physical anyway. Just because y'all are saying that his attack scaling actually is not that good. So maybe he wants physical damage anyway. Even though Ruin Mei, he's best run with Ruin Mei, and Ruin Mei obviously gives extra damage bonus. He wants his enemies to taste freedom and democracy. Barrett, but Bishy. With the arm gun, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, true. Yeah, because if he just wants break effect, then yeah, he literally can run any stat that he wants. Yeah, he might as well just run it with like HP, like double HP, planar and body. But if that's the case, then why does his first bonus ability give him extra crits though? If that's the case, maybe just to make his what is it? Maybe to make his enhanced basic do more damage. Cause how much? What kind of damage does his? Yeah, because his enhanced basic still does regular physical damage. Yeah, this isn't break effect damage. I don't think. I would assume his ultimate is the one that's doing ultimate. Yeah, his ultimate's the one that's doing weakness damage or break damage. Yeah, yeah, weakness broken deals break damage specifically. So yeah, so that's why he still wants crit stats, because his enhanced basic is still scaling regularly or normally off of regular offensive stats. There will be new gear for him too. Oh, that's actually good to know. Let me check the new 2.2 tab then. Do we have more thingies here? New gear for him. Maybe it's not with the next patch, but it's with a future patch, because it's not like if we're getting new relic sets, it's not showing up here in the new with the 2.2 page here. Let's see. Let me take a look at his light cone though. Increases Ware's break effect by 60%. Yes, casual 60 BE right here. Don't worry about it. And then break damage ignores 20% of target's defense. Wow. Wow. When the user hits an enemy, target receives 1 more % of damage. This effect can stack up to 6 stacks, and its only effect. Oh, per hit. Okay, it's individual off of individual hit. Okay. So up to 6% more damage. That seems a little bit random. Like, why is it only 6%? There must be something I'm not understanding with this last part here of this light cone. Like obviously the extra BEs, it makes sense, and the defense pierce is obviously very strong. But like, what are they cooking with this? Like only 6% more damage, or is this a typo? Just a placeholder number? Yeah, probably. Because yeah, if it's just 1% extra, it's like, huh? What's going on here? So yeah, maybe they'll update this later. It seems a little bit odd. Okay. So yeah, I think if you wanted to go for like a max damage boot hill, then yeah, you'd give him break effect rope, and then what, like attack percent planar or physical percent planar, physical damage planar, and then like, I don't know, crit rate body or some shit, and then try to stack as much crit and attack percent on him as you can, I suppose. Also, Cranky Covenant, thanks so much for the 17-month resub. Welcome back. And yeah, congrats on getting back to the Corpa. Yep, going back to my Corpa ways. Going back to Corpa. Hell no, you're not farming, you're not farming Talia, but you must. But you must. Break rope, attack body, physical orb, speed boots, stack as much CR and BE, and speed. Yeah, I suppose that could work. Yeah, because he does have if these numbers don't change, I will say his first bonus abilities, the bonus stats that he gets from these, like, these scale hilariously high. Because, yeah, that means he's basically looking for 300% break effect. That is something. Let's see. Break rope gives you, like, what, like 63% break effect or something like that? If I'm not mistaken, right? And then, what else? His light cone gives him, his signature will give him an extra 60, so that's a clean 120 right there. Right then and there. So in that case, you would have to look for more break effect from his relics, I guess. If you're running Ruin Mei, then I think on Ruin Mei you have to run Watchmaker, because whenever Ruin Mei uses her ult, that means that she's giving 30% more break effect to her team. So that would be another potential 30% right there, right? So that's what, 150 right there. But you still need like 150 more break effect from somewhere, I guess. Let's see. He has more. He gives himself more BE from his traces, though, at least. So that's 5.3 right there. 8%, so 13.3. This is 24% BE. And then 24%, 32%, another 37.3, so about another 37%. So what's he up to now? Like 180? Yeah, about 180% break effect. Without substats, so that means you'd have to look for another 120% or something like that. Imaginary MC actually gives 60. Holy shit. Okay, then clearly clearly MiHoYo intends for you to use Harmony MC with who is it? With Boot Hill then. So I'm assuming Boot Hill's meta team is gonna look something like Ruin Mei, Boot Hill, Harmony MC, and then a sustain. Something like that. Actually, does Gallagher give break effect to his team? Probably not, right? Because Gallagher is our only healer who scales off of break effect. But I think it's just mainly for himself, but he doesn't give it to anybody else, though, does he? Don't think so. If he has Watchmaker... That is true, but it doesn't stack, though. That's the problem. It doesn't stack. 4-piece Watchmaker does not stack. It says so specifically. So the most you can do is, like, maybe stagger it, but you can't stack it, unfortunately. So he's only getting 30% from one source at a time. So, like, it doesn't matter, like... It's like only one of your supports is going to run Watchmaker. Like, maybe your Ruin May or somebody. Or maybe your Harmony MC. But, like, I guess you could run them both with 4-piece Watchmaker. But, yeah, since the 4-piece effect doesn't stack, yeah, it doesn't matter if they use it at the same time. Gallagher buffs do... Gallagher does buff break damage? Shit, I should have known. I should have known. I should have known they were cooking up something with Gallagher. Let me double check here real quick then. Let's see. Besotted State makes target receive 11.2% more break damage. Okay. But does that technically increase the actual break? I would assume that does, right? Yeah. I would assume that does. So at level 9 ultimate, Gallagher puts a debuff that makes enemies take 11.2% more break damage. Or not his ult, sorry, his talent, rather. My bad. His talent. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. His talent. Let's see, blah. But I think that's the only place. Yeah, I think that's the only place where he actually, quote, buffs break damage. But it's not that much. But I mean, it seems like Gallagher is going to be the best sustain for Boot Hill anyway. Because at least he does buff break damage a little bit. So let's say at level 9, Gallagher, he gives another 11%. So what are we at right now? Like 191? 191 or so? Let me check, let's check Physical MC. Or Physical MC. Who is it? Let's check, Harmony MC. And they're imaginary, okay. Let's see where in Harmony MC's kit, where they give more break effect. Regular basic is whatever, doesn't do anything. Skill deals imaginary damage equal to this much of their attack. Very low scaling, clearly. Because, I mean, yeah, this is supposed to be a support. Deals damage 4 extra times, dealing imaginary damage equal to this much of their attack to a random enemy each time. Okay. So, actually, maybe together it's worth something. So, yeah, so a bounce. Random bounce skill. Alright. And then AoE, offensive AoE MP. NP. What is this FGO? Let's see. Weakness break AoE. So, wait a minute. Does this actually attack enemies? Applies backup dancer effect to all allies lasting for 3 turns. Decreases duration by 1 turn at the start of her turn. Or at the start of Trailblaze's turn. When allies with backup dancer attack an enemy in weakness broken state, they will deal break damage 1 additional time based on 120% of the attacker's break damage. Oh, so this is where they're getting their shit from. Okay. Ew. Now it's all coming together. So you cast Harmony MC's ult first, and then you go ham with who is it? With Boot Hill. All right. All right. And it's based on, let's assume, level 10 Harmony MC. Based on 100% of attackers' break damage. Based on 100% of the attacker's break damage. So that would, add just another 100% break effect to Boot Hill? I don't think that's how it works now, is it? Let's see. After using technique at the start of next battle, all allies' break effect increases by 30%, lasting for 2 turns. Oh, her Harmony MC's technique also increases break effect, so that's another 30 right there. So technically, what are we up to? Like 220%? At that point, yeah, it's starting to become doable. Yeah. I think it's starting to become possible that you get the rest of Boot Hill's break effect stats just from his substats alone. It's getting there. Like, if you get lucky and you get like double-digit break effect stats from every single relic, minus his rope, of course, because that's obviously where he's getting most of it from. Do you know that E6 Akron has an extra red light? I heard about that, yes. I heard about it. I think I saw it on, like, Twitter or something. Or I think I may have heard about it from, like, another stream that I was lurking in. But yeah, I do know about that. Harmony MC is legit busted, but there are only 2 characters that can actually that actually want to that actually use it, or that would actually work with her. The price you pay, or the price you must pay for having a busted main character. Guess what? Only 2 characters work with them. At least Sushang is easily usable though, or at least Sushang is much more easily acquirable, if that's even a word. Got a job? Yep, Aoidibata, I did. I start this week, so yay. What about Shei? Maybe Shei can use her too. Yeah, maybe Luca as well. But yeah, for sure, Sushang and Boot Hill though, for sure. Hey chat, is this the start? Are we witnessing the start of the break effect meta? Everyone's just gonna we're just gonna stack everybody with the break effect stats now. Fuck crit stats. Friendship ended with crit stats. Now break effect is our new best friend. Break effect, break effect, break effect. Based on the leak, should you pay to pull Arlecchino or wait for Novalet the next time he shows up? Why don't you just roll for Novalet now? Or unless you just don't have the money. I assume you're asking that because you don't have the money right now. Currently I don't know how good Arlecchino is. Actually, I actually should listen to what I should actually take a listen to what who is it, Zajev had to say about Arlecchino based on what we know about her right now. See what he thinks of her right now, or whatever the other smart boys think of what Arlecchino looks like right now. But